my name's Tiffany, and so I'm actually just in the middle of like changing careers. I got my master's in biotechnology studies, and my concentration is in regulatory affairs. So I was a regulatory affairs specialist for about a little more than 2 years, and recently, I decided I was at a roadblock and wanted to change careers, and it happened so where I found a new job, and it's my title is now Global Master Data Specialist. So it kind of goes along the line with what I'm learning in DevMasters right now, which is great. So it's kind of getting my foot in the door, at least getting some exposure to data analysis and data science in a way. I chose it because my boyfriend recommended it to me, and I mentioned it before where I came after work because you guys had one of the meetups close to my job, and I met my boyfriend here and saw a lot of the potential of the career potential that I could have in, as a data scientist, and I was pretty excited about it. A bit overwhelmed because there's a lot of people that day that have already been exposed to Python and the coding language, which was for me a little intimidating because I had no prior knowledge about it or any experience with it, but I felt like, oh, this is a good challenge to tackle, and I was excited to kind of learn it because I like learning something new every day, and even if it's something I've never seen before, it won't scare me. It'll just intimidate me in the beginning, but I'm like, no, I'll take that challenge. I like that you have a chance to kind of work through a project on your own using a lot of the tools that build upon in each of the classes, and using a lot of your own critical thinking skills that you've learned in class, and then applying it on your own in this one project, and then presenting it, and getting comfortable with presenting and talking about it, and going through the whole process of understanding the business question for one, that's critical, and then going into the data understanding and kind of doing the research behind you, depending on what the data was, because it's oh, there's real estate, oh, there's some words that I didn't understand, so okay, I would have to understand what that is, or even what some of the data would represent, and doing a little bit of background research on that was oh, I learned a little bit more about this area, or even finance, because the whole point of it is to put in a model, an algorithm that we potentially think is going to work, and then getting close to what we want and getting the result that we want. It's pretty rewarding, and just the way that applying some of the things that I learned, and not having to always refer to my notes, and having oh, it's second nature, building the tools that I learned as a reflex. I would recommend it because I feel that I came in really green, not knowing anything, but I felt the team and the instructors did very well in making themselves available, and actually answering a lot of my questions that may have probably been redundant or whatever, but they're patient with me in my learning, and I feel I'm more confident because I feel more confident in something that I had no knowledge about, and it's I feel it's empowering in that sense, and this is a career that I feel has a lot of potential and a good future.